Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we got a lady. This is short and sweet. She's going to speak her piece, and then we got a couple of things to talk about. So without further ado, here we go.
Chicks think they be out here finessing these men, and y'all not. You see that man know how to get that money. You see he's smart enough to know how to maintain it. What makes you think he's not smart enough to know how to identify broke behavior, a user? And yes, you are a user if you want to watch a man spend his money, but you don't want to add to him at all. Because if I was a man, yeah, we could spend a little money because money ain't a thing. But if I notice that that's all you're here for and you're not trying to hang with me one-on-one, you're not trying to get to know me on an intimate level, spend real quality time with me, you come get the boot. You just finessed yourself out of a good man because you want to be sitting here doing nothing. A lot of chicks think they be out here.
Now, this was short and sweet, not too much, but enough to unpack here because she said a couple of things. She's talking about women who call themselves finessing men out of money, who have money. And the reason why it's not really a finesse. And this is why these women get thrown back into the streets from whence they came. Because if you have a man and he is intelligent enough to build his life to a point where he has disposable income, he could be considered either wealthy or maybe even not a rich guy, but he's very well to do. We can even say that he's a well to do type of man. What these chicks don't never consider, because they don't know anything, because a lot of these chicks are dumb. What they don't stop to consider is, what kind of man is this? They only see the money. They only see the thing that they want, that they benefit from. But they never stop to think about, who is this person and who does this man have to be? Who has he have to have been in order to formulate a plan, enact it, the plan worked, and not only was he able to build himself, he's maintaining it. Because see, you can get it, but can you keep it, right? And for these kinds of men, these are usually the top tier guys that they want, but they don't understand what comes with that guy, right? They fail to understand who this guy is. This is an intelligent man, and he's not as consumed by your booty or your beauty as you think he is. The truth of the matter is, a lot of y'all chicks, y'all don't got no game, because in order to have game, you at least have to have some type of smarts and cunning, and y'all don't really have that. All of y'all have is just y'all bodies, these botched BBLs and the like. And you flaunt that around. And just because a guy go for it for a while, y'all be really believing that y'all got some guy fooled about who you are and your value. And these men, for the most part, there's a few, simps out there that, he was a lame with women and now he got money, he got more access to them, but he still don't really understand women. So he do be getting got. That's actually a small percentage. Most men, especially men that y'all be wanting, that's got the money to spend on y'all that y'all want, these men are actually rather intelligent, and they have to develop the eye for users. They have to develop an eye for people who want to take advantage of them, regardless of whether we talking about in business, whether we talking about, in other types of relationships outside of romantic relationships. So he's got to develop that sense, or he's got to be able to see the play coming. And your play is not a complicated play, all right? It's not, you going to run it up the gut. We already know what the play is. So he's prepared for that. The little money that he's spending on you, a lot of the time, these dudes be having a whole budget. and a maximum that they're gonna spend over a maximum period of time. Once they have fulfilled that, this is when you get sent back to the streets. This is when he just stopped talking to you. This is when, you know what I'm saying, he gone ahead and cut the rope, because it was never that deep. You thought that you were roping him in and really had this guy wrapped around your finger. No, actually you didn't. He knew what this was the whole time, right? People get, men, especially men in certain positions, have to know a prostitute when they see one. They have to know who she is, because you're gonna come in and you're gonna act sweet for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and all this type of stuff. And sooner than later, you're gonna start asking for things and asking for money and asking to be taken places and asking to be. He knows what this is. He understands the game. You're not fooling anybody. There's no trick here, right? There's no trickery that's going on. He doesn't think that you're worthy of a relationship. He doesn't think that this is going to go any further. You think that because he spent a month, not a week, or 2 months and not 2 weeks, that this is going to go somewhere and you really got your hooks in. No, you don't. Actually, you don't. And when he's done, he'll be done. And then you just move on, because y'all don't have anything inside of y'all, the ladies. Y'all don't have nothing inside of y'all that would keep a man interested. And I don't know how long y'all gonna keep falling into the same trap of my body and my sexuality and how cute I am and this and that and how I suck this and ride this and do all this other sexual stuff. This is going to, make a man lose his mind. Yeah, in the moment. But once he get that post-nut clarity, baby, it's a done deal. Okay? It is a done deal after that post-nut clarity, baby. You don't have nothing else to offer, and he understands that quite well. Okay, so now moving on to the other thing that she said that I felt was important. You want to sit around and do nothing. You finessed your way out of a good man because you want to sit there and do nothing. That was actually key, and I'm going to tell you why. Men and people in general, really, who have had to develop work ethic, discipline in something, don't like other people that don't do that. They don't like that. Okay, if a man has built a successful business, he has had to develop several skill sets that enable him to do that. That doesn't come out of nowhere. That doesn't come out of thin air. He has to do that. It's called building it for a reason. It's not just the building of the business to make it profitable. It's the building of yourself, because you're the one that drives the business forward, right? That man doesn't want a woman that doesn't have any discipline anywhere or any work ethic. She doesn't have to have a successful business. She doesn't have to have the money he has, but she can't be lazy and she can't be a bum mentally or physically. Like, she can't have this super leisure. Everything is, nothing is really work. She doesn't feel like she has to do anything. It's actually more than a turnoff. There's a disdain for it, because it's like, what do you think life is? That you never have to put forth effort to anything. So that tells him that you don't put effort towards anything that is of any importance. So men like that become very disenchanted with women who just want to sit around and have things given to them without any effort on their part, mainly because he has had to work. And as I said, people do that too, because anytime you have a woman who had to develop discipline and things like that in a particular field, she actually doesn't like other women that don't have some kind of discipline somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? I hope that's not going over people's head. Like, if you're a person that has had to dedicate time, do things you didn't want to do, work when you didn't want to, when it came time to chill or put in extra time, extra hours, extra effort, you chose the extra time, extra hours, extra effort, and to see the payoff from it. And you don't regret having done it, but you also understand that's what's called the grind, right? That's what the grind is. The grind is all of the blood, sweat, and tears, all of the time that was dedicated in perfecting something, right? It's like you can't even really get along with people that don't do that, because they don't have an understanding of it. This is why women who like these kinds of men start complaining about the grind that the men get on, because you've never grinded for nothing. So you don't understand. You can't relate to him doing that. And the fact that sometimes he's not going to be able to pay you the attention. He's not going to be able to just sit up under you. He's not going to be able, you know what I'm saying? If you have any relatability to the grind and the grinding mindset as a woman, then you understand when men do it and you don't make a big deal out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I'm talking about. And this is the other turnoff. Because if he's grinding, when you can't relate, that means you can't even support it, because you don't even know what kind of support is necessary. And this could be anything. This could be grinding for money. This could be grinding on your health. You see what I'm saying? People who had to dedicate themselves on a weight loss journey, right? To go from bad health to good health, and they really worked on it, and they really worked on their body and stuff like that. They may not look down on another person who don't do it, but it's almost like you don't understand the grind though either. You don't get it. So even if you have a person who did a weight loss journey, right? And who did it the natural way, it might have took a year. It might have took 2 years. Who knows, right? And she get with a man that did the business grind. At the very least, she understands the mindset of the grind. Even though there were two different goals for it, really the mind is the same. The mind, the way you have to focus, that's actually the same. It's the same type of focus that it is. It's just a focus with a different goal and a different outcome that is being sought after. So the guy that's grinding for the business is not grinding the same way as the weight loss. He's not doing it for the same reason, but the grind mindset is there. So the female who did that, let's say she did the weight loss journey, she get with a guy that's doing a business journey, she understands his discipline, that he has to be disciplined, that he has to spend those long nights sometimes. And the time that she might have wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just being cuddled up with a movie, he can't do that tonight. But she doesn't make a big deal out of it because she understands his grinding mindset. So this is why the men get turned off like that. That you're not using this guy. You're not finessing this guy. He knows the jig is up. And when the jig is up, it be up. It be up and it be stuck, and you have to go. So jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.